Not a man.
Thank you, Michael Georgiou, to break.
Necessarily known for his speed, but he's got no choice, has he, in this one? This match, a maximum of 10 minutes. The clock already counting down. Alan McManus alongside me. You've seen a lot of these, Alan. What are the tactics? I guess just try and get ahead and then stay ahead.
Yes, very much so. It's a nerve-wracking experience out there. New experience course for Mikey, defending champion. Oh, you don't want to catch it thick early doors. First look then. Defending champion.
Well, he must have been so proud, as he said, seeing his face on the posters here at the Watford Coliseum. All the memories coming back from last year, but this is still a very nervy competition, particularly, I think, starting off with the first match. You'll have noticed already that there's no problem with shouting out here. It's encouraged.
Quite a nice little
7.
First chance, this. 5 loose reds. Chance to build a lead.
$14. $15.
Just a hint of a kick there, just pushed it thick, didn't it? Just about on the red.
22.
See even Michael Georgiou, he's got a nice rhythm. The shootout, as he showed last year, although there's the first miss.
Michael Georgiou, 22.
Peter Ebdon played Steve Davies in the first shootout, and someone shouted out, this has got 0-0 written all over it. Wasn't quite that, but as I say, he's going to have to adapt his game.
Yes, evidence now of having the little 22-point lead, Michael. He's playing a defensive shot. This is okay for Peter. You don't have to hit a cushion after contact, so just rest in the bunch. These reds, all right, they're sitting tightly packed right now, but they will come into the open. You can bet on that, Peter. And remember, hit a cushion here, Michael. Yeah, the fact that he was forced to push the reds towards he lost the cue ball. A little bit of panic in there.
That's the thing, these players have got to remember the different rules, and it's not always easy when you're conscious of the clock as well. Chance here for Georgiou.
One. Eight. Nine.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be messing with a pack of reds, just pick another off. Probably play this 16. To the far corner. Can't leave any red. Yeah, not 17. The ideal angle in the black, but he won't be overly concerned. He might have a red to left middle, actually. Yeah, he's just checking the clock. There's plenty of
24.
time, but of course that's if and when Peter should get a chance.
Well, that chance has come.
24.
And in 20 seconds' time, remember the shot clock will be 10 seconds a shot. But Ebdon 46 behind. There is time. Obviously, he's going to have to get into the red soon.
This is nice if the brown goes.
1.
This is lovely. This is
10
perfect.
second shot clock.
Quite an
Now
easy
in
shot
operation.
on a brand new cloth as well. This, I fancy him getting into the pack of reds. Good shot.
Five. Six.
Seemed to be a bit of a convert
13.
to the shootout from what he was saying beforehand. Obviously, it's a ranking event now, so it does affect the players' positions in the list.
14.
Yeah, this is the big shot. Fancy him to get it, but
21.
because he's 25 behind, it's a must get almost. Oh, it was missable.
Peter Ebdon, 21.
So Georgiou 25 in front, with just under 4 minutes left.
1.
He plays this kind of shot, deep screw, cushion. Off the cushion, didn't play that all that well actually, so still time here should Peter get
5.
another chance, 30 behind. I think if he gets this red, he goes just almost certain to win.
Michael Georgiou, 5.
Many safeties now for Peter. Has to take this red on. Yeah, this is where Michael don't do anything silly.
One.
He's carrying on where he left off, Michael Georgiou. Good performance. Taking him 3 hits to get the job done in this opening match.
Yeah, it doesn't
8.
look like it's going to be the last gasp win that he had to endure in the final against Graham Dott 12 months ago. He's missed that one though.
Michael Georgiou,
There's still time.
8.
If you think about the shootout, I think 2 minutes, which we've just about got here, with a 3 red clearance, it's doable. It's all about that last red. Now he's going to try and lift it. It's a big target. Needs to catch it cush first. Slip past it now.
8.
Still time. He just doesn't want the cue ball doing an awful lot of travelling. Just eat up that clock. Nice angle in the black.
9.
Again, big target. Yeah, unlucky. Doesn't go past the green.
16.
Then snick to middle. Again, the cue ball's going to be eating up the clock. Should he pot this?
This is where Georgiou knows he doesn't need to do anything
Peter Ebdon,
outlandish. Just
16.
keep that lead, 22 points with a minute to go. Can't afford to let Ebdon see the red.
One.
So if he pots the black, Ebdon needs a snooker, and with 30 seconds left, it's not going to happen for the former world champion. Michael Georgiou enjoyed the best
8.
day of his snooker life here 12 months ago when he won this title. And a year on, he survived
Michael Georgiou,
the
8.
first hurdle.
And again.
He got the lead early on, he controlled it well. Michael Georgiou. it means, I guess, a bit more to Carty in terms of what it could do for his rankings. He's 113 at the moment, so it could propel him up the list if he has a good run.
Stephen Hallworth wins the lag. Your choice. Philip was breaking. Philip Carty.
Hallworth has put Carty in.
Carty to break.
He's from Rotherham. Played here last year, but as he said himself in the interview with Rachel, he's now on the tour. Beat Jimmy Robertson yesterday in the China Open qualifiers in Cannock. Obviously completely different form of snooker, but that was a great win. And Hallworth here, who's from Lincolnshire, he was a quarter-finalist 2 years ago in the shootout, so he's got good memories of this tournament.
Oh, needs this red to either. Yeah, it's just pulled up. A nervy one, which is to be expected. First couple of shots out there, a bit nerve-wracking. Letting the cue ball run around. Needs some help with the blue. I think he's got it. Yeah, good win that for Ash yesterday, wasn't it? Jimmy Robertson. Playing this with a bit of check, don't go in off the yellow pocket. You can see how players so deliberately just keep away from the pockets. We know the consequences of any foul and shootout.
Yeah, we didn't see any fouls in the first match, but if you are just tuning in, if anyone fouls, then the opponent can put the white wherever they want. Well, he put the red where he wanted, bang in the middle of the pocket. That's a terrific shot.
1.
A lot of these guys have not had a lot of TV experience, of course. This is just one table out there in the middle, all the tension on them.
Unusual style that is, to the cue. Outside, almost outside his right eye.
6.
He's down on the shot. But as we say, great win. China Open qualifying, there you see. Just outside the right eye. Amazing. But good player he is.
7.
It's the thing, isn't it, in snooker? If it works, it works. And obviously he's very right-eye dominant in terms of his sighting.
$14.
Red just struggled in.
15.
Similar to opening match.
20.
Similar chance he's got here, Ash. One that Michael Georgiou had, 5 or 6 open reds. Pick a few off, build the lead. It's just
Carty,
a little bit
20.
of shoulder in that. You see it? A little bit of movement. First look then, Stephen.
Yeah, it's already got a bit edgy, hasn't it? He was in with that good chance early on. Hallworth with another one here.
No, it's
One.
a horrible shot. How does he get on a red? He's going to have to put some pace into this. I don't think he can drop it in. Yeah, a good shot, but I think the black's going to cover the red.
8.
He left a gap here for this red near the left corner. Looks like he has.
Stephen Hallworth, 8.
coming up on the 5-minute marker. Well, reduced to 10 seconds a shot.
Ten-second shot clock now in operation.
Right on his backswing as well. The announcement. Oh, now then, this is a chance. You just get the feeling it's going to be one of those little edgy sort of finishes towards the end of this frame, this match.
Yeah, and worth reminding everybody, if it is a tied frame, then we have a blue ball
6.
shootout. We had a couple last year.
No, too low. He's going to have to play some sort of cannon at the back of the Reds this time. Remember,
14.
A cushion. Come on, he can get through to the red, can he? Oh, that was a bonus.
15.
And this is now perfect. Just build the lead. Looks pretty calm. That one red in the middle of them looks like it might
22.
go to the right corner. Should they get a nice angle on the next black? Do well to play for pink there. Pink was
23.
perhaps the ball, but I say that red might be on. Find out in a second.
$30. $31.
You're right, it does look very calm. As I say, quarter-finalist in the tournament 2 years ago, so it's got happy memories of this event. But he also knows
38.
there's still plenty of time if he breaks down for his opponent.
39.
Yeah, I think the top 2 reds will be a plant somewhere. If not the corner, then left middle. No, the red at the back goes, so this is, well, this is all over bar the chanting, I think, here now. This is lead 34.
46.
One red safe-ish. Don't lift it.
Stephen Hall.
If that was a normal
46.
frame, he'd have probably lifted the red off the side cushion, made the pot easier. He was concerned about that, so half chance now for Ash.
Well, it's a great lead with 2 minutes to go, as long as he doesn't give this young man an easy in.
Yeah, don't do anything silly here. Just nurse this lead. That's a good shot. Sensible. Yeah, he's got to just play the cross double at pace. He's got to go for something.
Well, he just panicked. He just panicked. He had to hit something. That's a foul. So ball anywhere.
Stephen Hall with 4.
That was. He changed his mind and then realised there wasn't time to change his mind. He just whacked it. White off the table, so Hallworth surely now can just play out time.
1.
Well, that's a perfect illustration of how the madness of the shootout can get to you. If there was actually such a place as Shredsville,
6.
that's where we would have played this tournament.
$7.
But Hallworth has been pretty cool overall.
$9. 10.
Giving the crowd what they want. Long yellow. Not quite. Good performance.
It was. It really was. He got in front and didn't panic. And Stephen Hallworth is the second man into the last 64 of the shootout. Plenty more live action coming up here this afternoon.
Ricky, Liam? Yeah? Oh, that's good game. Obviously, play well.
Ricky's on a bit of a
Walden
height
wins
into
the
nothing here, isn't he,
Liam
Alan,
Davies
against
to break.
this young man? Good luck to him.
Yeah, good luck to young Liam. TV debut, eh? Well, good break off. That'll be at the top of the table from Ricky.
Got plenty of support as well. His family are here, as you'd expect.
Yeah, not wishing any ills on Ricky Walden here, but I'd really like to see Liam get a good chance in close and see what he's made of. He's obviously talented. Two, another good shot. Ricky Walden actually had a famous win last year against Fergal O'Brien in the last 64, won by a point in the end from nowhere. Now, is this is the chance, is it? Perhaps the red doesn't pass. Be a bit fortunate there, the big fella.
Wow, what about that one?
Don't tuck in behind the brown. He's using a cushion.
He's remembered the rule.
Liam Davies, 1.
This red quite thin. Don't want to push a red over the left corner. Oh, it's a foul. First one of the shootout.
Ricky Walden, 4. Start the
Now,
clock, please.
Walden can put the white wherever he wants, so this could be costly.
One.
He's one of those players, I think he'd be on the list, wouldn't he, of potential winners? But he's never been past the last 32, actually. Four times he's been to that stage. Funny seeing him play Liam, though, because I remember Ricky telling me that when he was at school, the teacher asked the class, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said, I want to be a snooker player, and was told to go and stand in the corridor, not to be so silly.
$12. 30.
Yeah, it's a good shout that, David. I think he would be near the top of your list, wouldn't he? Ricky Walden. Quick on
19.
the shot, quick thinker, good potter, knows the game.
$20. $26.
Yeah, the one thing, although you don't have a lot of time to think, the one thing in his mind he will be, don't leave the young man a really good chance.
27.
Which it would be if he now missed, so how does he play this now? Can he hold this cue ball? This is the shot.
34.
This goes in. Beyond pink or black.
$35. $42. 43.
Already seen here just how costly it is to foul in this version of the game. Walden could put the cue ball where he wanted to start the break.
$50. 51. $58.
He's not too far from clinching the frame, or certainly getting to the snooker's required stage. Centuries are pretty rare, but not unknown in the shootout. Yeah, so a snooker needed here.
66.
Swift and merciless from the big fillet. A tough intro for young Liam. Hope to see him in the years to come.
Yeah, he potted a great red, didn't he, at the start of the frame, but that foul was really costly. But just to him being part of this will mean a lot to him.
74.
And will inspire him to keep working hard.
$75. $82. $83. $90.
So are we going to see a century in just the third match of the day? It's some effort, this.
91.
From Walden against the clock.
$98.
Yeah, and it's nice to see him make the century, isn't it? And it's a little story for Liam to tell his pals at school. He played in the shootout and Ricky Walden made 100 against him.
Yeah, he can't really reproach himself, can he? You know, he's had to sit this out. Or he would do if there are any seats. Terrific break, this.
107.
And young Liam's tapping the table all the time.
110.
The last couple of shots there as Ricky made the 100. Good on you, my pal. Well done.
$114.
So it's not all nervy and scrappy. It can be like this as well.
119.
Well, what a brilliant break.
25.
The foul came, he put the white where he wanted. The rest of it has been brilliant. Ricky Walden clears it with 132. Liam Davies has found himself schooled here in top-level snooker. Hopefully we'll see him again. We'll certainly see Ricky Walden again. He's through to round 2 here in Watford. Start. See who starts as the option for nearest the cushion.
Yeah, so far the winner of the lag has been passing it on, haven't they? See what decision Ash makes
Hugill
here.
wins the lag.
He's won it and passed it over to Ali. That seems to be the way.
Another player who you might
Carty to break.
put quite close to the top of your list of favourites. He's never been past the last 32, though. Got to that stage the last 2 years. Hugill is the world number 99 from York, 24 years of age. He's twice got to the last 16 of the shootout.
Once again, the clock was Ali Carter's enemy playing that shot. Not much that he could play it now. What a chance. Look at the reds. You talk about cherry trees, that's their prime example. Great chance first up then.
$6.
Yeah, peel them off, work off the blue.
7.
Yeah, the pink actually is completely out of commission right now. Black's not easy to drop on, so yeah. Good decision. Now, has he gone too far? Is he on this red?
12.
Just about on it. Back up for blue.
$13.
Good thing about this format is there's not really time to look for problems.
$18.
Now then, as I said earlier, it was tricky to drop on this black. I'm going to find out now. Little cannon on the red. Below the spot. Oh, that's a gorgeous little shot.
19.
But he's missed the black. It was slightly hand-peculiar, but he'll be annoyed. He got on it so nicely.
Hugill,
And
19.
he's missed it. Chance for the captain, Ali Carter. Black has run safe-ish.
One.
Tough this hovering the rest with your left hand as well.
Three.
He's pretty cool, Ali Carter. Won 4 ranking events in his career, close to several more.
4.
He's another one of those, isn't he? A bit like Ricky Walden. He's such a good technician round the table. He actually doesn't look like he's playing in the shootout in a way.
10.
He's got a nice pace about him, you know, just normally. Regular events.
11.
This is the plum chance that you want in the shootout. Pink off the spot, punch a few in. Easy access to a few reds. Just a man to just polish a few of these reds off now. 2 behind.
17.
Yeah, back for blue. Staying for pink, so
18.
think about it. Good little rhythm he's got, Ali. Shootout.
So he's got himself
24.
in front. Hugill missed that black when he was nicely in.
25.
Shot clock now in operation.
31.
So we go to the last 5 minutes, 10 seconds a shot now.
Yeah, decides to go into protection mode. 12-point leads only, but the table's in his favour, if not the clock. 4.5 still to go, bags of time. Oh, no. You see, it was a clever shot by Ali Carter, wasn't it? I mean, there's a lesson for anyone watching the shootout. You run out of position, take your medicine, push something safe. Because you always know when the guy comes back, he's got to rush to sort of find a shot from somewhere. That was the case there, wasn't it?
1.
Yeah, and Ashley Hugill fearing that that's the end now. Carter back in with these open reds to go at. Oh, he's going to have to
7.
hurry up with the little extension.
Thanks. 8.
You could almost see there he didn't want to go really deep in the cue ball. Of course, a miscue, you jump the white, it's a foul, can cost you the match. Yeah,
14.
clever again. Well, he just punched this round the table. No need for risks. Yeah, there you go again. Clever play that from Carter. Very, very good. Using his experience, David said he's not gone deep in the shootout. Won a fair share of matches. Seeing why. Now just under 3 minutes. No heroics again. I can just about get through to the red. Yeah, good shot.
1.
Say no heroics, but still chance here.
Black ball.
Not going for the black, just cue ball in the bulk cush. 3 times he's done that. But Ashley can just get through to this red. Last chance saloon then.
He's had a couple of half chances, but of course his best chance was when he was in originally. He missed that black.
One. Black ball. Carter 1.
Still time, but this has got to go. No, that's going to be the end.
Carter 5.
Cue ball where he wants it. And 33 in
Start
front.
the clock, please.
This is a chance you want in the shootout, isn't it? Red over the hole, black waiting at the last red.
1.
We're seeing experience coming into play, aren't we, already? First 4 matches then.
8.
Yeah, certainly a couple of definite contenders in the last couple of matches. Ricky Walden with that great 1-3-2 clearance. And now Ali Carter controlling this match. Just see how switched on he was when he got in front. He wasn't taking undue risks. He was just trying to shut Hugill out, not let him see anything easy.
15.
And it's worked. And Ali Carter is the 4th player into the last 64 of the shootout. Hugill had that chance, missed the black, and after that, Ali Carter was dominant.
Didn't even make it to the bulk line, never mind the bulk cushion. Yes, Michael Judge actually has always been a good player. I don't think he plays any less a standard now than when he did when he was on the tour. Very steady, very decent player. And he's done pretty well in Legends events. On the basis of that, he still plays to a good level. He still plays a lot.
Yes, he climbed to size 24 in the world, Michael Judge, when he was a pro. All important, of course, to make sure a ball hits the cushion, otherwise it's a foul, 5 away, and much worse, your opponent has the option of putting the cue ball wherever they like, which, as we saw earlier with Ricky Walden, proved fatal for his young opponent. What an occasion for the youngster, though.
Yeah, that 1-3-2, the second highest ever break in the shootout. We were discussing it, Philip, weren't we? And the highest ever is a Martin Gould break that he made 1-3-5. It's the 13th ever century. It's not easy to make one, but it was a wonderful break. kind of think that maybe making a century under these conditions is so difficult, and it is, but with the standard of play, we're going to see a few, aren't we? We're going to see a few big breaks, one-sided games. We're going to see some very exciting games, which go all the way down to the last ball. There are quicker players than Michael Judge, has to be said, in the game. You know, he's not slow, but there are more naturally quick players. Hasn't stopped them doing well, the slower players in the past.
That's a good pot from Ford, and he is one of the quicker players on the tour when he gets going. He's made multiple 147 breaks. Very gifted cueist.
Yes, he's a good player on the back of a defeat. Qualifying over the last few days. Isn't playing in the China Open and lost his match. But here's a chance for all of the players in and out of form to have a good payday. Some of the top players are not in it, but very few of the lower ranked players are not entered because they know it's a chance for them.
Yes, and there are 4 players who could yet qualify for the Players' Championship in Preston next month, were they to win the tournament. Martin O'Donnell, Noppon Sankam, Zhao Guodong and Zhao Xintong could all theoretically get into the Players' Championship.
Yeah, and they would, of course, if they did do that, replace Steve Maguire. And he, for whatever reason, is not playing here. I wonder if he wishes he'd played in it now, because, like you say, it's in his own hands if he's here. It's out of his hands if one of those guys wins.
20.
Anyway, this is a good start from Tom Ford. And like you say, he's a very good player with good cue ball control when he's playing well.
21.
At the moment, he is in command. Just that he's at the table, scoring. And he doesn't look overly rushed.
No, that's the thing. Actually, 15 seconds is perhaps longer than it sounds for each shot. Of course, it goes down to 10 seconds after
23.
5 minutes have elapsed. The final 5 minutes, just 10 seconds a shot. But it's actually a decent amount of time, and I guess the key is to just not be rushed. Terrific pot again.
Yeah, very good pot. I think you might start off a shootout match by saying now's not the time to panic. But that's not to say you won't start panicking with a couple of minutes to go. Just feel as if he's probably running out of position here now. Where's his next pot coming from? Of course, he doesn't have to pot one. I thought our last winner, Ali Carter, played very sensibly. When the break came to an end, he allowed it to end and kept his opponent out. There you see, just playing cue ball onto 2 cushions. You're allowed to play safe at this game, and if you know what you're doing, if you've got a snooker brain. Oh, he's starting to run short of time here. I think Michael Judge is going to struggle over the last 5 minutes, playing with even less time allowed, 10 seconds, like you say.
10-second shot clock, now in operation.
There's the confirmation. Ford already in a nice position with that handy little lead. There's another very good pot to get himself back in. Now then, has he done any damage?
Well, there was an argument there. Tom Ford not to go for that green. Gets pushed out of the way by Michael Judge.
Yeah, the rules are obviously different and a little more relaxed in this version, but I don't think physical contact is necessarily allowed, but it was all in very good humour.
Well, there's 27 lead. 4 minutes is enough time to make plenty more than that. If you just get a starter, that's what Michael will be looking for here. Now, let's see if he's one of these players who is going to be restricted by the time constraints or kind of makes his mind up for him.
8.
Cue ball's close here, very close.
Oh dear, fatal surely.
From 4 to 4.
Ball in hand for Tom Ford, he can put it wherever he likes. And already 23 to the good. This looks terminal for Michael Judge.
1.
Yeah, I think it's very powerful, isn't it, to have that ball in hand at your disposal.
8.
Especially with the red spread at this level, it's normally curtains.
9.
Well, the missed green might have been costly for Ford, but that aside, he's looked very composed, potted well. Looking to just finish the job here.
16. 17.
'Cause he's noticeably actually slightly slowing down now because he knows no
24.
need to rush. Not quite like a football team running down the clock, you know, but you can take a
25.
little longer. Use the shot clock to eat into your opponent's allotted time and staying at the table in the process.
And that was frame ball,
30.
barring Snooker. So it's going to be Tom Ford, who's controlled the frame right from the get-go. Missing that red isn't going to be costly, I don't think. Snooker's required for Michael Judge,
Tom Ford, 30.
who might be back in the bar very soon for a couple more jars. But very good things about him.
Yeah, very good player, I'm told. I know he's got some decent results. He's beaten players like
Mertens
Michael
swings to
White
right.
and Adam Stefanow,
What you want to do?
players like that. Did so age 13. He was here yesterday, actually. He's the
Thank
first
you.
player
James Watson out to break.
at the shootout yesterday afternoon, coming over with his father and his coach from Belgium. Wish him luck, as we do everybody. I know he can play. Whether this is the perfect sort of shop window to see how good he is, but hey, I hope he does well. Nerve-wracking, isn't it? Very short chance to prove yourself. And that's a wonderful pot to start with. Very nice.
Well, that should settle any nerves that he has. He's a European under-18 quarter-finalist. Ah, shame.
It's unlucky, actually. Just slightly overcut.
Ben Mertens, 1.
Yeah, I already can see that he's an attacking player. I know I've, as I say, heard plenty about him. Anyway, we've got James Wattana. Nice to see him back as well. As you said, it's a meeting of two players, very different eras in the game, a couple of generations between them. Somebody shouted at 8 minutes to go, Ben. I think we know that. Is that a foul?
It is.
That's a foul.
Foul. Ben Mertens, 5.
Well, that's the shot that
Stop
you
it.
get the foul all the time, where a player plays up the table and nothing hits the cushion. So this is just the sort of chance that Ben wanted here, something early.
1.
The best of shots, actually, to finish there. Interesting, he put himself straight on that red. I don't know why he did that. Good shot. That's a really good shot, actually. Already walking around the table reminds me of a young John Parrott at the same sort of an age. Same sort of similarities. If he becomes as good, of course, he'll do very well out of the game. But he's a nice player. I like his style.
7.
I wonder if Wattana just forgot the rule there or just didn't hit his shot as hard as he intended to make sure the ball hit a cushion.
Well, the red just failed, didn't it, to hit the right...
Well,
you can see where that red is on the right cushion. That's the red that had a chance of hitting the cushion. It's, what is it, a centimetre or so away? Anyway, break ends there. He's stretching.
Ben Mertens,
Wasn't-
12.
Too costly then for Wattana. is still in there with a chance. 7 minutes is a long time.
One gentleman's come dressed for the occasion. Long way off with a red, so another half chance here for Mertens.
It's got the makings of being an edgy one. I got the feeling these two. Nervy encounter. Wattana must hit a cushion, and he's done that with the red and the cue ball. Doing his cue ball holding up, and that's okay.
1.
Plenty of young fans in today
8.
as well. Plenty of young players taking part.
That was a nervy one, wasn't it? It's very hard, isn't it, to
Ben
come out here and
Mertens, 8.
you've got 10 minutes to impress. It's not much time, is it?
Yes, and there is the tendency, I think, to rush unnecessarily,
1.
not make the most of that 15 seconds you have in the first half of the match, particularly when you're not used to playing on TV in a situation like this with a big crowd.
Well, James Wattana, he's always been a player with a beautiful touch. His long game was never that great for what was undoubtedly a top
8.
player. But in amongst the balls, he's quite a delightful player to watch. Beautiful touches and the way he used to stroke the ball around. He was never
15.
someone that would drill along Reading and clear up against you. He'd do the clearing up, but wouldn't start with anything
10
spectacular.
second shot
We're
clock.
seeing that he
Now
still
in
possesses
operation.
that nice silky touch.
Former world number 3, Wattana.
23. 24.
Well, that cannon hasn't gone quite
31.
as he would have hoped, so thin cut here.
Risky one as well, isn't it? It was a very risky shot. And again, I think we saw Ali Carter show that you don't have to go for a pot. You
31.
can lead, but keep your opponent at arm's length. Sometimes you can do that. Not all about crash, bang, wallop.
So, the 14-year-old back in. What can he do with this opportunity? He's only 4 points behind. Crowd gradually warming up after a fairly sober start to proceedings. Not sure how sober it's going to be come Sunday evening.
5.
Well, this really could be a tight one, isn't it? This match. He's overcut one of these. Not this time. Quick learner.
Just took a little bit of extra time with that shot.
12.
Yeah, he's a player that's got his own routine. You look at him there, he pumps the cue. You know, he's got to take some time on the shot because that's the way he plays. It's a lovely shot.
That was a terrific shot.
Just had a little bit of check side on that, which he didn't want, which stopped the cue ball going up
20.
the table very far. And there's still 3 minutes of play here, long time. And that's a sensible shot. Just looking at James Wattana, you know, he had a very good result. If we can talk conventional snooker for a second, China Open qualifiers beat Anthony Hamilton 6-3, I think, yesterday. So he didn't play him badly.
Got a bit lucky there, missing the red by a very long way, but could have left something easier. Cue ball's awkward.
Yeah, the cue ball's running around here a bit. Anyway, it doesn't matter when the pot goes in. That's quite well controlled. Now, he doesn't have to rein himself in. He has to take what's there, the blue to the middle. Not put off by someone cheering him on. And that's the kiss from the gods received there.
What a chance now. 21 in front. The clock running down. Red's open.
7.
Just sensible stuff from here on in, and Mertens should win.
Yes, and of course you double your money, 250 quid for being in this.
14.
It goes up to 500 and so on. 1,000, 2,000 all the way. Who knows if he could win this match, how much he could make out of the shootout.
Mertens,
But
14.
more importantly, we're getting to see what a good player he is.
Well, he's just opened the door here for
1.
Wattana. There's still enough time. 28 the difference, black to come. Can he get the red?
Well, does it go into that top left pocket is the question.
8.
Well, I think you should cut it in somewhere in the middle, is it? Goodness, or down the bottom. Good effort. Ben will be pleased to be back at the table.
Wattana, 8.
Doesn't have to go for this. I think he could play this all round the angles. That would be a sensible shot. Well, I think I'd have pushed the red up and down the table. Anyway, this is now or never for Wattana.
This has got the makings of an exciting finish. Wattana is running out of time, but
1.
there are enough points there. There's nothing safe.
No, absolutely not. He'll need
6.
up to the pink. Pink is what he needs. He's got 25 seconds. And now, can he hold? This is getting very interesting. Hugill naturally is running away, which eats into your time. He needs brown, blue and pink in 15 seconds to snatch a pretty unlikely victory.
10, 9,
I think he's going to struggle.
15.
5, 4, 3.
You better hurry up.
20.
Oh, he's run out of time. What a finish, though. A fantastic finish. Surely the best match of the day so far. And Ben Mertens in the end will be a relieved young man, but it's a great win for him. What an occasion. Wattana did his best, but just ran out of time. Mertens goes through.
Lee Walker wins the lag. Thank you. Good Maflin to break.
Kurt Maflin, Londoner by birth, but based in Oslo in Norway. His wife Anita is Norwegian. She's also a player in her own right.
Yes, I think some players do really struggle to think quickly, if you know what I'm saying. And I think Walker will struggle. We'll see. It will be interesting to find out whether he can play quicker. If, of course, he gets the chance, because looking at somebody who could go on and win the thing here, this is Kurt Maflin, very fine player. We've seen in action in Cardiff last week, played some good snooker there. Looked like he was about to beat Neil Robertson.
No shortage of fans for Lee Walker. He's going to have to stand this one out at the moment. No seats here, of course, for the players.
Yes, he was 3-0 up on Neil Robertson in the quarterfinals last week in Cardiff. Came back and won the match 5-4, the Australian. But there's no doubt that Kurt Maflin is a very, very good player. He's missed the black off the spot. Commentator's curse, perhaps.
Yeah, he didn't put a foot wrong, did he, in the first 3 frames against Robertson? He played outstandingly well.
Lee Walker's got his own drill, which he needs for every shot, but the drill's going to have to go out the window today. You have to point the cue and hit the ball. See ball, hit ball. Now, this is the equipment time. We've got to get all the gear out here.
6.
I've never seen him move so quickly as he scurried underneath that table there.
Was a World Championship quarter-finalist way back in 1997. Beat our own Alan McManus
7.
to get to the last 8.
Do you know, I don't remember him being as slow then as he is now. Really nice guy, like Lee. He's done a lot of coaching in the game. He takes it in good grace that he knows he's slow. But he's a very good player.
Practices regularly,
12.
of course, with good friend Mark Williams. He's a WPBSA coach.
Lee Walker, 12.
Yeah, not particularly near it, was he, in the end? That was a good recovery from that earlier black off the spot. I thought that red was even more difficult.
Well, the crowd are definitely warming up.
3.
This is the 7th match of the day.
Can get a bit lively on the evening sessions. People enjoy a couple of drinks, I'd say. Only a couple. Very nice shot. He deserves to be on one for how well he's played it. I'm not sure he is. Amazing game we've just seen that previous match, wasn't it? James Wattana just so close. Literally needed one more second. Great recovery shot. One more second he needed to pop that pink
10.
and he would have got through.
He did his best, didn't he? Raced round the table, but it was just too late. The cue ball had too far to travel on the blue. That was his problem. Had to wait for it to stop, of course.
So one thing Lee Walker's got to contend with is 10 seconds per shot, and that must be his worst nightmare, actually. A player like that. That's what he's got facing him in a few seconds' time.
Well, as we head towards the second half of this match,
Good Maflin,
still very
14.
much up for grabs.
Shot clock now
1.
in operation.
Well, this is the moment of truth for Lee Walker. I think he'll wear out the bleeping machine, personally, during this period of time. That is such a great effort. He's actually played that quite brilliantly round the back of
7.
the red. What a shot that was. Gone too far, unless he decides that it's worth playing the black here. It'll be the big shot to play. Not prepared to do it. See, he looks at the score, he realises he's got a slender lead. Do well to nurse that 2-point lead over 4 minutes. And he's played quite a good safety shot. Plays very orthodox snooker, and this is not really orthodox form of snooker.
Very close. But the kiss, well, very nearly resulted in a foul, which would have been calamitous for Kurt Maflin, but I think he's left the red anyway.
The Welsh contingent have found their voice in the audience. That is a nightmare outcome. That could well cost him.
He's got lucky there, isn't he? Well, it's a foul anyway.
Yeah, it's not particularly lucky. He did at least push 2 red safe, so that might somehow allow him to get back to the table.
One.
Yes, he wasn't to get away with it, so chance for Maflin just into the lead. If he can develop these reds.
Eight.
What a moment to miscue.
Nine.
I wonder if there could possibly be a twist in the tail, but right now,
14.
Walker can only hope Maflin makes an error, an unlikely error. He did miss that black earlier on, so you never quite know what you're going to get. He looks quite composed now, as if he'd had his night
15.
there. Start. It's how you finish, really, that counts.
$21.
So just the black and the red,
22.
and Walker will need snookers in any case.
I mean, sometimes I think we forget that, don't we? That really, never mind the time, mathematically, you can get also just win a frame. Get further ahead than your opponent, and it doesn't matter how long is left, because you can't win. And he needs another red, although I suspect
29.
he might consider the safety shot here. Might be the only way Walker could win if he got a chance. I think that's wise. I think that's a match-winning shot.
Yes, Walker in all kinds of bother now.
29.
Barely a minute left, 30 behind. And there's another foul, which surely sets the seal on this frame.
Good muffin 6. Start the clock.
Well, he didn't lack for vocal support, but ultimately in vain for Lee.
One.
Maflin looking ice cool out
6.
there. Faced with a bit of heckling from Lee Walker's fans.
8.
Ten,
11.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
15.
And that's the end of the match. Kurt Maflin triumphant. Never really in doubt. So let battle be joined.
Ken Doherty wins the lag. What you want to do? Okay.
So Doherty has the honour. He's going to get us underway in our
Thank
8th
you.
match
Ken Doherty to
here
break.
in Watford. And Doherty is one of those players, as he hits the blue on the break-off, for whom this tournament has greater significance than the event itself, because, of course, he's trying to keep his place on the tour, and he's pretty close to the cusp at the moment, having been given a 2-year wildcard by Barry Hearn. So ranking points all important for Doherty for the remainder of the season.
Yes, whether you think this should be a ranking event or not, it is one. And, you know, someone will benefit out of it. And, as you say, someone like Ken could do with staying on the tour. I mean, he's had his 2-year wildcard extension. Still a good player, I think. His match against O'Sullivan in the UK Championship, became very close to beating him. That was the first televised match for the two of them. Played brilliantly. So the game is still in there somewhere. He's left the red on and he didn't mind doing that. Not an easy one, but like you say, Adam Stefanow must be very confident at the moment with his game. Little surprise Ken Doherty allowed that to become available.
1.
Because I think he pots those. He's a good long potter.
Five.
A nerve-wracking experience, isn't it? You want to make an impression, I was saying earlier, but you've only got so much time to do it. I think he's an emerging talent.
6.
Adam Stefanow. I think he's a good player in the making. Long way to go. But some players, especially overseas players who have to spend a lot of time in the UK, they either become demoralised by losing matches or they learn from defeats.
12.
Become better. That actually is how Neil Robertson started. He went off the tour but he came back stronger, better and wiser. That's what you kind of hope. Break ends there, that's not a good cannon. So you'll have to retreat up the table.
Yeah, a win over Sean Murphy has got to give him a huge amount of self-belief going forward.
Adam Stefanow, 13.
Such a big tournament. Of course, the China Open is now the most lucrative event staged in Asia. £1 million prize pot coming up just before the World Championship in April.
Chance of come on Ken, it's not an easy situation he was in there. There was no pot available to him. Adam might not play the long straight red, he might play the left one of the 4 close together around the angles, shot to nothing style. Cue could come in behind brown and yellow, hits it right. Didn't have enough pace on it. Ken, I think, is now decided to go on the offensive here. Been for a low scoring frame, almost halfway. Wants to hope to get lucky here, needs his red to come down and get in the way. I mean, there is one to the middle anyway, and he's on that one. So it's a chance for Ken.
So the former world champ's off the mark. What can he make of this opportunity as we go down to 10 seconds a shot allowed?
It's just a pick go on its own spot. I think it does.
7.
Someone saying, come on, ref. Poor referee, the ball was stuck in the pocket, the pink. You couldn't get it out. Not his fault.
8.
Again, that pink does go to the left corner as it has done throughout the break.
15.
Well, Ken can take his time
21.
here. He's got the lead. Happy to build it slowly but surely.
22.
Well, he's played a Cannon, I think he played on the black, but I tell you, it's a little thin and he hasn't got all that much time. Has to be sharpish here. That was just about all right. What a good shot, by the way. Very good.
Yeah, it only just reached. It was just curling towards the near jaw. It had just about enough pace to disappear, much to his relief.
He's actually taken these well because, like I say, the black wasn't in play and he brought it into play. Also, he's not wasting much time with the cue ball running around the table. He's playing short little
35.
positional shots.
And that pink might just have won him this match.
36. $42. $43.
Well, we don't see him on the TV quite as much now, but he can certainly still play the game, can Ken Doherty?
$15.
Been a very measured break so far.
51.
Oh, delightful cannon. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, the writing's on the wall now for Poland's
58.
finest, Adam Stefanow. Of
15.
the higher beating Sean Murphy. Looks like he's coming back down to earth here in Watford.
Well, mathematically, he can still win,
Ken
Stefanow,
Doherty,
but I don't
51.
know quite whether there's enough time left.
46 the difference, 51 on. But only a minute and 40 left.
I think it'd be an absolute miracle to win from here. He's going to be playing the double. He might develop the other red here in the process.
8.
This really has to go in, I think. So it's not there. Looks like Ken now. He
Adam Stefanow.
could
8.
only pop this. It's frame ball anyway. It's red to the middle. Never mind anything else. Crafty Ken, living up to his name, he's played a pretty shrewd frame here.
Yes, and that delicate cut to the pink,
7.
just dropping into the left centre pocket, was the moment that he really took a grip on this frame. Showing he is still more than capable, and with his snooker savvy, who knows, he could go really deep over the next 3 days.
Yes, of course, it's an open draw every round. It's like FA Cup. There's no one, you don't know who you're going to be playing in the next round. It's not laid out in the usual draw fashion. Every round open.
21.
Open draw. Names in the hat. Chuck them all in.
8, 7,
Hey! Well, the crowd enjoyed the blue, and they enjoyed Ken Doherty, world champion 22 years ago, but still plays a mean game.
You're going to break. OK. Thank you.
Anyway, Xintong has decided to put himself in.
Have a good match. Joe, have a good match. Xintong has won the lag and has elected to break.
He's one of only 4 players who, if he won this, could get in the Players' Championship, a big event coming up in Preston. Well, we've seen a lot of Joe Connor of late, of course, had that great win over John Higgins in the quarter-finals of the Welsh, where he played absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah, Zhao Xintong, he does like a pot, this boy. There you go. What an eye he has. Rapid quick as well. Need a shot clock for young Chinese player making his way in the tour, broke into top
5.
64. Big future ahead.
Six.
Talking about how good a potter he is. He's almost a throwback, you know, a left-hander that just seemed to, they just seem to be good potters. I don't quite know why that is. There it is again.
12.
No nonsense. Gets on with it.
$15.
The only thing with this shot in the shootout, you don't want to play it dead weight. Yeah, that's why he's playing it hard. Clever shot that, actually. Of course, you play it dead weight, you leave it over the hole. Might be your last shot and you're going home, so remember, hit a cushion. I don't quite know why he potted that. Stun the brown on and off the cushion. Part of the cue ball in behind the green would have been my shot, but he just enjoys potting the ball.
Joe Connor went up 23 places as a result of his run to the last 4 of the Welsh Open. He's up to 80 now. First time in the shootout for the Leicester man.
No, that's quality. That is a beauty. How do you like this? There's no thin safety. If you miss it, you know the consequences. This is horrible. This is nasty. No wonder he's played a different shot. Totally different discipline, isn't it? The shootout, that thin safety just isn't a shot you can even attempt now. Then. Yeah, and he's going to get the payoff, is he, Xintong, with that clever safety shot.
One.
He'd love to hold for the red by the pink there, but I don't know if he can quite manage that. Played a little cannon. Good shot again.
6.
Oh, that's lovely. This time he can't
7.
play for it. $12. $13.
Looks very relaxed. Might change if he were to miss, and it got close. Saw that great finish in the match between Ben
18.
Mertens and James Wattana. Wattana just didn't have quite enough time to pot that pink.
$90.
Any reds onto the left corner, so he's cue power here, perhaps. Yeah, that was good. Very good. That's unfortunate.
10 seconds.
Might be on it.
Now in operation.
25.
A disaster if he isn't, but let's see if he can use his right hand. Yeah, he's having a go. I think the evidence of that would say no.
25.
I mean, 45 in front there. I know the clock was running, but I don't know if that was wise.
He was a bit lucky, wasn't he? He didn't leave anything, really, other than that very thin cut. I think when those pips are going, players just think, I've got to do something, and potting is, to him, instinctive. He's not that in.
1. 7.
Now, once again here, doesn't want to drop this dead weight. Probably play it with a little pace. And you see, dead weight is the only way he can probably lose this frame. Lots of work to do for Joe, but it's a chance. I said it earlier in the matches today that experience was definitely playing a part.
1.
Say, lots of work to do. Can he get some reds into play?
Pressure on it. We saw last week he's not one of the quicker players on the tour, O'Connor, necessarily, so he's having to quicken up obviously here. 51 behind, 3 minutes left.
Yeah, it's almost now or never.
One.
Well, again, I guess he could have been allowed a bit more time on that shot. He may have got it, but the pressure was on. The pips were in his ears, and Zhao Xintong now, as long as he doesn't do anything outrageous here, I'd fancy him strongly. Two snookers required.
7.
Yeah, he's looked at it and he knows there's just not time. He needs snookers as it is. So Zhao Xintong, this very talented young Chinese player, is the latest man in their debuts in the shootout. Ning, the world number 90. Chen Feilong, the world number 111.
Chen, your choice.
Well, look at that. It's a nice lag from Chen Feilong, and he's put in Ning.
And chosen Ning to break. Good game. Good game.
Come on, Chen.
Actually, it wasn't easy to tell whether he played the safety or the pot there. It was dead straight. Now, Ning is a player I've played this season myself, actually. I think he's a player that... He's quite slow in terms of the way he plays, but what won't help in the shootout is when he's actually on the shot, he takes his time to play it. Interesting to see. I mean, obviously, these players are capable of pulling the trigger a bit quicker, just quicken up the action a bit. There's no doubt he's a very solid player indeed, is Ning.
Thank you. 4.
Let's just see how long he's down on the shot here. Yeah, well played.
11. 12.
We've seen this happen quite a few matches. A player get in, pick off the loose reds, try and build up a useful lead of 30, 40 points.
20. 27.
Decided to try and open some up. Could have had something easier. And he's left it to the middle.
27.
You've got to ask yourself why he played that pot. I mean, there's big odds against the pot it, and well, in a conventional match, far less a shootout. He's given an easy starter for his compatriot here, so decent chance now, get back in it.
6.
He's a wee bit busy around the tables, Chen Feilong, so I don't think the shot clock will bother him. You see him walking round a brisker pace.
Yeah, he's a bit older than some of the Chinese players. He's 36 actually, so he's been playing a bit longer.
Yeah,
there's the red, the bottom one on the right hand side there. He's playing on that. Has he overcooked it? I think he has, you know. Just about on it.
22.
Yeah, he's on it. Yeah, he caught the wrong red. I think he wanted a piece of the one just above it. Now this is where you've got to be careful. You can't take the pot on, just play a good safety shot. Plenty of time. Yeah, that was just a bit desperate, wasn't it? No need for that at all.
No, I mean, he's only 4 behind with 6 minutes to go. Got a bit lucky in the end there. Just sort of panicked a bit. Thought he had to take the pot on.
Refusing the pot, playing a thin one. The cue ball could go in the yellow pocket, depending how we catch it. Just got it thin enough, fortunately for him. As we go into the last 5 minutes, he feels like he's going to have a go here, Chen. 4 behind.
Well, the red had 2 goes at the same bag. Problem though with going on the attack balls like that, if you leave one on, then obviously hand the initiative back to your opponent. Ning already in front.
Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. If he's played it, some shot. Not absolutely perfect, but this will be a nervy one. Must get it. Where do you hide the cue ball? The pink is on. Big shot again.
Well, just 11 points in it. Still 3.5 minutes to go.
1.
Yeah, and taking the yellow then, he's going to need
3.
He's going to need one of the kind of 3 difficult reds in addition to this pink that he's playing for. And that's not the angle to get on a red, so
4.
Lots of work to do. The clock's not his enemy just yet, 3 minutes left. Can he hold this cue ball though? Anything near this side cushion, you wouldn't really fancy it. No, that's no good. No good at all. As I say, just still 1 point behind. Needs a good safety shot.
10.
Can he find one? Ah, that's not the shot to play. That's not really putting any pressure on Ning.
Chen Feilong 10.
Really wanted the cue ball in bulk then. Speculative. Double to nothing perhaps. He could have played there. I think this will be an attempt at the double for sure.
One.
So points level, 2 minutes left.
Seven.
He's a foot short of pace with the cue ball. Wanted this straight. This is missable. Pressure on it. Breathe deep. Oh, good shot. Very good.
8.
I wonder if he's going to stun the cue ball round the red round the table here. And well, he's not going. He'll play the pot, but yeah, he should get it. But the only way he could probably lose this match is missing this pot. Well done.
12. Yeah. 16. 18. 21.
So the brown and its snooker's needed. Great double, wasn't it, that he got him with?
25. 10 from line 25.
And there is the handshake. So in this all-Chinese affair, it's Chen Feilong who prevails, and he joins the players. O'Sullivan, but not that one. This is Sean O'Sullivan, a young Londoner, and Jamie Clarke from Wales.
Yeah. Do the leg first. Do the leg first, and then, yeah?
Sean O'Sullivan's lag.
You're going to break.
Barely getting past the blue.
It's close. Jamie Clarke won the lag. Jamie
I
Clarke's
wonder if
going
it's
to
a bit
break.
like cricket, a good toss to lose
Jamie
this,
Clarke's break.
this shootout. Jamie then winning the lag and putting himself into bat.
The shout and go on Ronnie. He's not related to the great man. .24 years of age, Sean. JB Clarke here has just won his first match of the season. He beat Noppen Sengam in the China Open qualifiers in Canada. Great win. Sengam, of course, made a maximum at the Welsh Open. He's 24 from Llanelli. Sort of ironically holds his hand up. I think the extra pressure on that shot was that the reds are everywhere as he was lining the long one up.
Yeah, it's not the worst result either. Clock ticking. How does he got on a colour from here, Sean? Oh, disaster.
Jamie Clarke fall.
He almost forced into it, wasn't he? You know, you think your opponent makes a mistake like that, you think you're entitled to a good chance. He didn't have one ball in hand then. Jamie Clarke, you see a little mannerism that he has when he plays. He sort of lines up the shot and then he puts his chin down in the cue. You'll see that almost every shot. There, line up and then down. Mannerism, only player on the tour I think that does that. Good player he is. I think, yeah, that win he had was good one, wasn't it, against
6.
Noppen Sengam. Give him a bit of confidence.
Yeah, he's new on the tour. He's finding his way still. It took him a while to get on the Pro Tour.
7. $30.
Yeah, just anywhere around straight in the blue would be lovely. Oh, that'll do. That's perfect.
14.
Now, he'll be looking at the red just left of the black here, but I don't know if this is the time to play on it. Black obviously doesn't go to the right corner. Yeah, that's a good shot. And you see, he could have get swept up in that and
90.
trying to sort of play a conventional shot and get the black into play. No need. Not in the shootout.
Cheers. 20.
This is where you want them.
$27. 28.
Building up a nice lead already at 39.
35.
Just a Ronnie wannabe.
36.
Poor old Sean's getting some good-natured stick from the crowd, or a couple of members of them, as he just hopes to get back to the table. He was a little unlucky not to get a better chance from the miss from Clarke, and then, of course, the in-off was a catastrophe, really.
43. 44.
Taking these nicely then. Stress-free so far. That's the first time he's a hair out of position. 55 lead, plenty of time left.
Well, the referee, Rob Spencer, struggling
51.
to get the black out. Jamie Clarke doesn't mind that. It's not on his time, but it is on the match time.
$52.
Yeah, I think just park the yellow. Just push the yellow into the side cushion. Cue ball almost where it is now. That's your shot.
Well, good visit.
Jamie Clarke,
52, leads by 56, got control. Sean O'Sullivan very excited about this. He's posting various social media. It's his mother's birthday. Big day all round, but got to try and get in, and that's difficult at the moment. All the time the clock ticking down.
No problem for a deep screw, Jamie Clarke. Loads of cue power there, you see it. Good shot. That should just about see him home.
1.
Again, same as the yellow, just park the brown.
1.
He's from Llanelli.
Jamie Clarke 1.
Whose most famous player is Terry Griffiths, who a great tactician, although I'm not sure speed snooker necessarily is for him. O'Sullivan trying to make something happen. Is it going to happen? It's not.
Just a Ronnie wannabe.
It's starting to look like a lost cause for Sean O'Sullivan.
Go on, Jimmy.
1. Jamie Clarke 1.
Yeah, how do you like these apples? 4 red blacks and all the colours to win by a point, but you just can't get a look, and that'll be the end.
Yeah, all over now. So a very one-sided match in the end. The in-off cost O'Sullivan. Jamie Clarke sort of skipped to the table, didn't he, when he saw he'd got the ball in hand, and he made the most of it. 52 break to take control of the frame.
4. 5.
So there's the handshake. Jamie Clarke has whitewashed Sean O'Sullivan. The 52 break doing all the damage, and the Welshman very happy indeed to be through to the second round of the snooker shootout. And when we come back, it'll be Joe Perry against Rory McLeod.
The shootout, you want to pin your colours to someone's cue. Joe Perry would be near the top of my list, I know that. Neat and tidy, plays the right shot, doesn't panic, gets on with it, naturally quick. Everything you want for the shootout. David said, bags of experience, Rory McLeod.
Great first red from McLeod.
1.
Again, worth remembering, this is a ranking event, and he slipped down the list a little to 62nd, so points this week would certainly help him.
6. 7.
7.
Referee getting stick now.
12.
The board are giving it to the players.
13.
Yeah, there they are. Having a beer or two, enjoying themselves. Now, Rory McLeod. Yeah. What's he doing with the cue ball here? Is he playing on the loose red? Quite positive early door, didn't he? Played 3 or 4 nice shots
20.
so far. Now, how does he get the cue ball out of here? Oh, was that a foul?
Rory McLeod 20.
There's a possibility of a double hit there just when the miscue. Obviously the referee's not called it, so it should be fine, but dicey. Saying about Joe neat and tidy playing the right shot. You don't mind him playing that tough red in the middle. He knew the only red he would leave the one he's playing. McLeod now going into a wee bit protection mode, I think, with a 20-point lead. Still early doors, mind you. Joe just trying as he can to invite Rory to open the reds up, and he's refusing. You see, he doesn't want to. He can't see the edge of the pack this time, but that'll be the theme of this frame that plays out. Oh, where's the cue ball?
Oh, wow.
Foul.
That's the one thing you don't do.
Start the clock.
He's going off, because Perry can pick the cue ball up.
One.
It might be a little, almost a good shot. I was going to say there might be a little timeout here with the black. Don't know if it goes in the spot. Might go below its spot, but
8.
yeah, I see plenty of room. This is where Joe's excellent. Nothing flash, just a couple of little stun shots. Stay in close. He's got to play up here because Pink's going to go behind the bunch. Oh, how's he missed that?
Joe Perry 9.
How has he missed the Pink? My goodness.
I just think this event can do funny things to players. Like you say, dependable in that sort of situation, Perry normally, but he's handed it back to McLeod.
Yeah, it was almost as if he half kind of had to change his mind on the shot, and at the back of his mind the shot clock's running down, and he just rushed it. Yeah, must get low in this black now, Rory. Well, he's got a deep screw. Is he? No, but as I say, he didn't want to be high on the black.
9.
He's all right straight. Because we know the red next to it will pass.
$16.
An edgy one.
17.
One of the things you've got to do in the shootout, it might sound strange, is actually breathe properly. Remember to breathe out there. You're sort of holding your breath, expecting bad things to happen. Ah, good shot.
24.
10-second shot clock now in operation.
$25.
Not happy with that one. Can't roll up. .32 in the frame.
25.
Plenty of time left.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I just had a thought there. Actually, if you're going to lose position, you'd rather lose position being on a red. Oh, what a pot this is! Oh, perfect, perfect on the black. Counter attack on the way then. Plenty of loose reds. I'm just thinking about Rory McLeod. He lost position, of course, in a colour. I was thinking it's not so bad if you lose position in a red. You can maybe push a red safe. Well, what are we in for here now? 3 red blacks would be level game.
Well, there were 3 blue ball shootouts last year. He was involved in 2 of them. Won 1, lost 1.
16.
Wonder if what might be in Joe Perry's mind here is just play
17.
off this next red, maybe play for the pink. It gives him access to the red on the left cushion. Just too low for
24.
that, so we're up for blue. He's away from the black, so he's going to need another red at least. Good shot though, good control again.
25.
Just try and finish straightish on this. You don't want to overcook it and the cue ball land the side cushion. Played it nicely.
4 points behind.
28.
The red he got in with it was absolutely brilliant.
29.
Yeah, shot of the day so far, and I don't think we're going to see any heroics here. He might try and play for the red, but if he doesn't land nice on it, and he hasn't, he won't be taking it on, that's guaranteed. This is where Joe Perry's experience, I think, will come into play.
36.
Just pick the correct shot. Oh dear, he's left it. He's left the gap, and it's pulled up.
Joe Perry, 36.
All sorts of possibilities here. In off in the green pocket, pot it. Needs some help.
Trying to will that cue ball to stop. Hang on. Oh no, he's gone in off. Can you believe it?
Both full. Start the clock.
He was in control. He's handed back the initiative to Rory McLeod, Of course, he went in off earlier on himself.
Yeah, when that cue ball just dropped in the middle, McLeod would have been thinking, oh, lovely jubbly.
6. Eight.
Doesn't need to rush here, just let the clock tick down a bit. Careful of that pink as well.
$11.
Brown to lead by 15 with 18 on.
Yeah, just get one more good shot to play. Well done. Yeah, well done, Rory.
15.
Just needs to roll the blue in. And Perry needs snookers. The in-off did for Perry there. In a frame it looked like he'd
20.
taken control of. Got himself in front. He fancied with his experience he might be able to close it out, but the in-off, massive blow to him. And there's the handshake, so Rory McLeod it is, who wins a very tight match here to put himself...
Hallworth in the northwest of England. Here's the lag to determine who's going to break. A lot of players have been coming up pretty short.
Craig Steadman has won the lag. Craig will break.
Today, not many finding the baulk cushion, that's for sure.
Yep. Have a good game. Have a good game, Johal.
So it's Steadman, now 36 years of age.
Thank you.
To
Craig
get us
Steadman
underway. Jordan Brown, who was originally a pro back in 2009-10, fell off the tour but got back on last year via Q School. And he's stroked that red in beautifully with the clock ticking down.
Yes, he took his time as much as you can, and he's a little bit awkwardly on the black, however. Cut back, your ball might just be drifting through a gap up the table. Missed it anyway.
Jordan Brown, 1.
Everyone prepares for this in different ways. Jordan Brown, I've seen him meeting up with a couple of old friends, Joe Swail, Michael Judge, up at the bar in preparation for his match.
He had a ringside seat, didn't he, Jordan Brown, for Neil Robertson's brilliant maximum break at the Welsh Open in Cardiff last week. Last couple of frames. He never moved out of his chair, of course, because Robertson finished that match with a 140 after the 147.
Yes, I mean, look, we know this is a potting and scoring game, but safety does play a part in a shootout. If you can win it, you know, you'll have played a few subtle safety shots along the way, and that shot from Craig Stefanow was a good shot. And he's created that chance. The previous shot he played had put him in trouble. Now he needs to reap the benefits of that.
One. Eight. Nine.
Going to get up onto the other red that's in the bulk area or heading towards the bulk area. But he's playing at a
14.
nice tempo here, Craig. He's not rushing. You feel that seems to be quite in control of the situation. It's not an easy red, this one. Screw it in.
15.
He's one of these guys on the tour, Craig, that he's not a household name, but he's a good player, tough player to beat. In the qualifiers, you wouldn't necessarily draw and think, well, that's a good draw. You know, he can really
20.
play. Never really done a great deal in televised matches. I think he's known to many for having virtually ended Steve Davies' career in qualifying for the World Championships. Steve
21.
kind of dropping off the tour, and Craig Steadman knocked him out in the last couple of qualifying rounds. And that was Steve's career over with. Made a few appearances since, but not as a main tour player.
26.
He's known as rock steady, and you can see why here. He's taken these very calmly, building up that lead
27.
gradually. It's becoming a serious one for Jordan Brown.
Yes, and because he's not played that quickly, you know, it's sort of ate into the time remaining. It's in Craig's favour, of course. Could be the breakers ending here, so he'll have to play a
34.
subtle safety shot. He might have a red to the left middle if he feels that that's the shot he needs to go to keep it alive, or could be time to retreat up the table. I think again that's a very well played shot, but Jordan Brown might have a
Craig Steadman,
he'll certainly have a
34.
red that he can hit, but whether he can pot this red, there's enough available of it.
Ten-second shot clock now in operation.
So half the match gone. Steadman very much in charge at the moment. Very good shot.
Yeah, and as we know, he really needs to hit a red here. Just dropping short is not really going to be any good to him with ball in hand. He certainly hit it hard enough, but unfortunately, that's the downside. Now he's got to get a spurt on here because he might need the spider. Can he? Time is not on his side there.
1.
Still 4 minutes. A lot of time, that is, to get this deficit done with. And he is a very capable player, Jordan Brown.
8. 9.
People watch with fascination at the snooker shootout. Now, has he got through onto anything? He went into the pack a little bit
16.
slowly, deliberately. He's got to do something. Must hit a cushion, which he's done.
Jordan Brown 16.
So the deficit halved. Chance again, though, for Brown to get in.
That little flick probably didn't help him. If it had missed the red, it would have bounced up, I think, perfectly behind the black. He's probably got to take this on, hasn't he? And it's not nice. He may not be taking it on. Well, he's showing admirable patience there, and he didn't want the black to go safe, so it's not a bad shot, providing, of course, this subsequent chance does come. Otherwise, he'd be disappointed that he didn't go for it. What a pot. At the moment, it's only going to get him a point. It's actually giving him quite a headache with that going in. What shot is he going to play?
Blue ball.
That's okay. Could screw in behind
Craig Steadman 1.
the brown here, but it's almost putting all his eggs into one basket. Whichever snooker he tries. Oh, that's another great effort, not quite there. So it's a slender 17-point lead. Someone shouted out, "Park the bus," which is what he's attempting to do in his own way, but he has left a red on. That would have been quite interesting had that gone in, I think. I think park the bus. That was a very good description of what Craig is trying to do here. Desperately trying to hang on to his lead and not take risks. What a great shot that was. That was a shot to nothing, Philip.
Yeah, and using every last second at his disposal here to try and run that clock down, which he's doing effectively. Less than a minute to go now.
Well, I think now Jordan has to really have a dig at something here. There's no way back. It's got to be now or never. Great effort. Very unlucky.
Yeah, he was mighty close to seeing that red go. But Steadman now just looking to run the clock down. He's taking his time, which he's perfectly entitled to do, as long as he hits it within the 10 seconds. It's one of those low-scoring frames, but it's all about finishing in front. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter how many you get, as long as you get more than your opponent.
Yeah, it's just a question of getting into the next round, isn't it? And who knows what that could mean? Who knows who you've been playing, how you've been playing?
7, 6.
And it's going to be Craig who gets through.
3, 2, 1.
That was a very canny performance from Craig Steadman. He used the rules to the full to control the frame. Warm reception for the outlaw Joey Swail. As Phil, our MC, pointed out, twice a Crucible semi-finalist, 10 times a ranking semi-finalist, and a former Welsh Open runner-up as well, a real legend in the snooker world from Belfast against Kuldesh Johal of Huddersfield.
Kuldesh will break.
Known as the Bear, he's a big lad, Johal.
Thank you.
Not to be argued with, as Joe gets us underway. One of the most likeable guys on the circuit, Neil, and at his best, a serious competitor.
Yeah, Joe Swail, I've never heard anyone say a bad word about him. Lovely guy. Plays with a smile on his face, always has done. It's not an act, it's how he is.
Fancy shades or glasses, not quite sure which. Perilously close to going in off, which would have been very bad news for Kuldesh Johal. As it is, it stays up. Really is the cardinal sin. A fluke, though, for Swail. Just can't afford to foul in this game, but Swail gets lucky there.
He does, but he actually played a good cue ball, didn't he? In some ways, it's gone against him, I think. He's got to keep it out now. Again, he wouldn't have particularly wanted that one to go in either.
Just way one.
Joe Swail, like I say, enjoying every moment of it. Someone that could do very well in the shootout, I think. It's good snooker brain. Of course, he can play, that's the main thing. And he's put Kuldesh Johal in a lot of trouble again. At the moment, he's getting very few shots to go at. But it is early.
One.
Now in his 50th year, Joe Swail, but still loves competing.
9.
Well, he's finished a little short, though. I think he can just get through to the pink.
15.
I seem to remember Zhao being involved in one of the most thrilling shootout frames I can ever remember. It was the year it was played actually up at the Hexagon in Reading, the
16.
only year it was played there. I'm sure he and Gary Wilson had a match where Zhao potted pink at the end to win it. The time was on, well, 0. Literally a split second. And he knocked it in.
23.
We've had a few like that, haven't we, down the years? I recall, was it Rory McLeod against
24.
Tony Drago and the black ball finish? Our colleague Clive Everton got very excited about that.
Well, Clive nearly blew a gasket in that match. Anyway, Swail has the lead, but
Swail 24.
Johal has an opportunity of some sort here. Not an easy starter by any means, especially when you had a shot. Oh, that's very well done. Didn't make the nicest sound when you hit it, but it doesn't matter about that. Well, unfortunately, that was easier than the red, that miss.
Yeah, Swail straight back in, and there are plenty of reds available. He could effectively finish the frame off here.
1.
Johal sits and wonders what might have been.
8. 9.
Not a player who's fazed by the shot clock for sure, Joe Swail. He's got a nice rhythm around the table.
14.
Yeah, nice little nudge there, providing that red goes. If not, he's have to play the one he's closest to.
15.
Playing quite a bit quicker than Craig Steadman did in his
22.
win just now over Jordan Brown. Not hearing the countdown
10-second
beeps.
shot clock now in operation.
Well inside his allotted time with each shot.
23.
As we head to the concluding half of this match. Swail just stroking
30.
them around with ease.
31.
Yeah, well, he could afford to take a bit more time to make sure, but the way he's queuing, it's not going to make any difference.
No, because at this
36.
stage, Johal needs a snooker. That chance might not even come. I think this match
37.
is done. It's a very quick kill from Joe Swail.
I don't think anyone's looked more at home in the shootout today than Swail. As I say that, he misses a black. You wouldn't have expected him to, but it's already snookers required. In
37.
fact, 3 of them for Kuldesh Johal, who's barely had a look in. And in fact, it's too tall an order for him. So that was a quick kill indeed from the former 2 times World Championship semi-finalist. And didn't he look good as well? The 40 good run 12 months ago. Luke Simmons, who was a pro in the early noughties, as
if you mind.
our MC
Wrong
mentioned
side.
there. A former World Amateur Champion and under 21 World Champion. In fact, he beat Ryan Day, no less, to win the World Amateur title back in 1998.
Yes, Luke Simmons going to win the
Luke
lag.
Simmons has won the lag. Cool break.
He actually, you're right, he was a very good player first time around, then he retired and went missing in snooker
Thank
in
you, Luke
circles,
Simmons,
and then
break.
he has reappeared. I'm not sure he's quite the same player as he was. He was quite a prospect back then. Still plays the game to a decent level. I think Ronnie O'Sullivan complimented him actually when they played in UK Championship first round, and he lost to Ronnie. Ronnie said, you know, he sort of play could be very good, could be a top 16, top 32 player. That's what his words were at the time. I don't think really to suggest that's the case, but he certainly is a good player.
Zhang, who beat the likes of Stuart Carrington, Mike Dunn on his run to the last 8 last year.
One.
Terrific red, rattled it in. Awkward blue, but half a chance here for Simmons to get in.
Six.
That's another excellent pot.
7.
Not the worst kiss either, to nudge that and be potable into the corner. Right, it's a great chance early in a shootout frame, isn't it?
12. $13.
Been the noisiest crowd we've ever had at a shootout, I can tell you. We've seen some rowdy audiences.
Yeah, you get the feeling there's still
20.
time for that.
Certainly. Friday night, that's normally the session. You don't want to be last match on, particularly.
This is a confident start
21.
from Simmons. He's potted some good balls, got the right side of the blue.
Yeah, so I said he is a good player. Someone that isn't winning particularly, on main tour events. Maybe that's the reason why. And that is a blue that he could not afford to miss.
Yeah, he was thinking more about the cannon there. Took his eye off the pot. We see it so often. How expensive is that going to be?
1.
Didn't put it cleanly.
8.
No, far from it. And now he's left in no man's land. He's going to wait one here. Play the safety shot. He's played it well, actually. He's covered up one side of the table, the left side. And there you see, because he'd played a good shot, Zhang Yong, he put Luke under pressure there, Luke Simmons. And he wasn't the best shot he's ever played. But that was also poorly struck.
Good safety, says a wag from the crowd, and yeah, didn't turn out too badly, did it?
Now, Luke's had a little look at the 2 red plant to the right corner. I don't think it's on. Well, he had a little look over at those 2, and they're hitting the bottom jaw, aren't they? So that's not a set to the corner. Well, that was the whole thing was a blur. Crunched it in.
The crowd love that. Terrific cueing from Zhang. He's back in.
He did a bit of good fortune there. Is he landed
7.
on a red or not? No,
10
not an easy
shot
one.
clock now in operation.
So, it's a few behind. He's having a long look at this. He needs to get his skates on a bit. Didn't play to pot it. Interesting. He's showing admirable restraint.
Genuine 7.
Yes, and having made a run to the last 8 last year, I'm sure he's picked up a few pearls of wisdom as to how best to approach this game along the way. Keep it tight when you can. Don't leave your opponent anything easy. don't foul, whatever you do.
Well, he played what looked to be a good safety shot there, but rather unluckily that red has gone over the middle pocket. He had to get a thick contact on the initial red, but a series of little cannons. And that'll do. Don't mind that flick off the red. Otherwise he would not have been on the black.
Eight.
Neither here nor there, so a good pot required to keep the break going here. And that was another good pot. He's a good cueist.
Played the runaway shot there, though, hasn't he? He played the wrong side of baulk. Well, I wouldn't be looking too much at the scores at this stage. 15 ahead, you do well to hold that lead, but that is another very fine shot. It was worth the wait in the end. That could be a match winner.
Bit of a hit and hope from Zhang, and it could have been worse at first sight.
Yeah, not bad, and Luke knows that that could have gone anywhere. Just got a funny feeling about this one, as if there could be a twist here. At the moment, Simmons seems in control, but Zhang Yong is certainly not out of it yet. He's not. He's always been behind.
The blue is very handy for Simmons. 16 in front, 21 with the blue, and time ticking down.
Six.
Yes, I think the safety shot here, keeping the cue ball tight, putting it somewhere in behind the brown, but on the cushion. Can't be a bad shot there. You're always at the mercy, leaving your opponent one chance still.
Maximum 6.
He's going to have try and dig out one here. Top one from an unpromising position.
5.
That is a mistake, which probably will prove terminal as far as his chances.
Yeah, you just can't afford to see the cue ball disappear in this game. Your opponent has carte blanche to put the cue ball exactly where they want, and this is surely the winning run from Luke Simmons. Just a minute and 15 seconds left already. Well in front. He's played well.
8. Nine.
The crowd are lapping it up. It's been a great day already
11.
here at the Watford Coliseum, and there's a lot still to look forward to tonight.
Yeah, this is like the victory lap, isn't it? Luke Simmons knows he's won. He's enjoying a few free shots, knowing that he'll be in the hat for the next round.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it? When you know you've done enough already. Just enjoy putting the match to bed.
25.
9, 8, 7.
Now in his 40th year,
26.
the Cornish cueist is on the march. Oh, lovely. Terrific stuff from Luke Simmons. He played exceptionally well, and Zhang Yong, who made the quarterfinals last year, bows out at the first hurdle to bring the day session to a close here at the Watford Coliseum. It's already been a terrific day. There is so much more in store here in Watford as Luke Simmons goes through in some style. So Simmons through to the round of 64. Zhang Yong is heading home here at the Coliseum.
A great afternoon of snooker from day one of this year's snooker